Let's fucking go. How long gone? It is Sunday. I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, where the sun is shining, much unlike my home territory. I've been on the phone with the Diamond Medallion help desk, Jason, like it's a personal friend of mine in the last couple days. So
you did more time on the Zoom call with them instead of me?
Not yet. Just not maybe if we get into collectively, I still think Delta would lose, but it's been we were supposed to leave Monday morning. That flight got canceled. So we moved it up to today morning. That got canceled. This afternoon,
I love today morning.
Today morning. This afternoon got canceled. Now we're looking at a Wednesday morning touchdown. So it's delaying the return by 3 days to Manhattan because of this blizzard that Zoran is prepping for up there. It's saying we're going to get pounded by 18 inches is what the rumor is.
Yeah. Do you know when the pounding commences?
I think the pounding starts this afternoon.
Okay.
And we'll.
And speaking of, congrats to USA for beating Canada ice hockey finals in the Olympics.
I was literally at my favorite gym in the world, Ethos, is here in Charleston. I was on the treadmill doing my little sprints, and all these fucking skinny mustache run club guys are like really really care about hockey right now.
Sure.
Which I can't begin to care about. But I love America, and I'm glad that we won. But was it tight?
I have no idea.
Okay.
My brother told me.
I think it was a close one. I mean, all hockey is like 1-0, so it's
sure.
probably more of that. But there's an iconic photo of one of the guys from the team, missing most of his front teeth, with a flag wrapped around him like that famous Cat Power photo.
And I think our goalkeeper has a custom airbrushed helmet that has a largemouth bass on it flopping around.
Okay, so he went Bass Pro Shops on the helmet.
Does it get more American? I would say a largemouth bass with a nice little lure in his mouth could be more American than the Stars and Stripes itself.
Wow.
I'll say it.
I've never thought about that, but there is something there.
Name a country that catches more largemouth than we do. I'll wait.
I'm not super familiar with the fishing space, especially not compared to an angler like yourself. But I will say,
obviously, my Asian brothers are putting up more numbers in terms of total fish caught in terms of planet Earth. But we got the largemouth.
Okay, so large. Okay? You're saying largemouth bass with a lure in it, meaning it's caught.
Oh, and this, she's fighting, Chris.
That feels a little.
This hog's fighting.
Okay, so we got him on the line, but there's struggle happening. So you're saying the tail is wagging on the fish. There's motion.
At the very least, yeah.
Okay. Just want to be clear.
I mean, this hog's fighting for its life, Chris.
I've never caught a largemouth bass, but what are they? And maybe you don't know this off the top of your head, but what makes them? Obviously, the mouth is large, But I'm saying, what is a good size? Like if I'm posting on my Raya page, and I have my Uptown Social snapback on, and I'm wearing my Hokas and my Lulu shorts, and I'm holding up a fish to impress the ladies. How big does that fish need to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is a good size on the fish?
I'd say, let's get one that's at least, a foot long. 12 inches is a good place to start. And then, 3-4 pounds.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be huge.
Okay. And I guess one follow-up question, obviously, because it's a photo, it's not a video. We don't know what happens before or after. How often is a guy like that sort of one of my current locals, like a Shep style, like vest, fishing shirt, hat, high noon guy, is he throwing it back, or is he putting in the Yeti and grilling it up later at Sullivan's? That's the question.
Yeah, people don't really eat the bass. It's more of a catch and release sport fish. Sorry to all of our gays and girls listening right now.
No, gays and girls are the people fucking these guys we're talking about. They need this info. They need it more than we do. They need it more than we do.
You're welcome, honey. You're welcome.
Okay, I assumed that to be the case because I eat at a lot of restaurants and bass is not on the menu. But I didn't know maybe if there was more pride with a fish. If you catch it yourself, you feel like maybe you got to do that because it feels like the God's plan.
Don't just stare at it, eat it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Famously, don't just while we're talking about food, I did send you something I saw earlier a menu. So over at the Joe Budden podcast,
we were talking about this a couple weeks ago about imagine what it'd be like to get a plate from Joe Budden's chef.
Because Joe Budden famously has a chef along with a driver, and they film and record the Joe Budden podcast at in a New Jersey high-rise, high-end luxury apartment building. So it is outfitted with a full kitchen.
That's nice.
And so his chef has prepared, I guess, I didn't realize it was this serious, but I guess every recording, or at least on Fridays, the chef makes a meal, and then, as Jason so kindly pointed out, he generates an AI menu that gets posted online. And this Friday, February 20th, it was an Uptown Spanish Harlem-inspired meal. And
you remind me of a West Side Story.
Can you? And I don't. Can you? I just need
Uptown baby.
Shout out to Peter Guns wherever you are. I want to know. So some of this stuff I recognize. You know what I mean? Like a pickled red onion. I know what that is.
Sure.
Citrus avocado arugula salad doesn't sound great, but I know what it is. Mojo butter spatchcock chicken. What's because it says 24-hour dry brined whole bird roasted at high heat with Mojo compound butter. Garlic bloom brown butter brush, fresh herb and citrus zest to finish. What the fuck is a Mojo compound butter? That feels like something that holds wood together.
Okay, okay, let's break it on down. Mojo compound butter, a spatchcock chicken. You know what that is?
I don't. I would love for you to start at the start if you could.
Okay, you get a whole bird, and then you cut. You either remove the spinal cord.
Okay.
We can call it the back.
Okay.
Or you just do one cut and leave the back, depending on how afraid of bones and weird bits and stuff you are. But then it's like a chest opener, like a rib cage opener. You basically cut the backbone.
Now you're talking to me like Hunter. What do you mean?
And then you turn. It's basically, imagine a straw. Okay, like a boba straw.
Okay.
You make a single incision, so now it's just got one line, and you grab and you pull it apart and flatten it out. So it's like a flat straw. So basically people do that. So a whole chicken, instead of looking at it like a basketball, it becomes like flattened out on a sheet pan so you can cook it more evenly.
Okay, so this is like and excuse me if I'm just so ignoramus, but this sounds not pounded like a Milanese, but it's flat in that way.
No. Yeah, you don't do anything to the flesh. It's
just flat. You
literally just smash the rib cage open and flatten the dead animal.
Okay. So why? Okay, I would love to know the origin of spatchcock.
Well, like when you see those videos of like the Francis Mallmans cooking the whole animals like on the fire.
Yeah.
And like the rib cage is open and it's like splayed out, kind of like Jesus on the cross, but it's a goat.
Yes.
Kind of like that, but with the chicken.
Okay.
And then Mojo sauce, it's like a Cuban kind of Caribbean sauce that's like it's very simple. It's like usually orange juice, oregano, cumin, kind of garlicky, citrusy, herby. Okay. Nothing crazy, and I'm sure it pairs very well.
It sounds
with chicken over there in New Jersey.
It sounds delicious to me. I know that the Jersey chickens are bark bark. All right.
But the chef uses a garlic bloom brown butter brush. So I don't know what that means exactly.
Well, I know that it means it's brushed on like paint on the canvas, but I don't know. Garlic bloom, does that mean he got the garlic before it was ripe? Like, is it you know what I'm saying?
No, I think he's getting the garlic. He's cooking it down in some brown butter. So it's like a brown butter garlicky sauce, and then he's got some type of I don't know, an Uptown Spanish sauce mop, and he'll kind of blast those while they're doing a high heat Mojo roast.
You know what happens when you bring home one of those Uptown Spanish sauce mops back to the house? you know that's gonna be bad news.
The whole team gets to hit.
Cleaning lady's bummed out when that happens. Okay, the elevated.
Oh no, it happened again, Mr. Jason.
Mr. Jason, no.
I gotta start peeling a couple 20s off extra. That's for you, okay?
The elevated pink beans is the thing that you had a question about, and as do I. I understand that a bean comes in several colors and flavors. I'm no expert. I'm not shopping on, I'm not getting the Gordo subscription like some people. Mm-hmm. But the pink bean, if you had to guess what that was, is this a Cameron inspired? Is that why it's uptown? Or is this something that exists at the local Costco?
I think a pink bean is very similar to just like a regular kind of pinto bean or something like that. But I think specifically because it is an uptown Harlem inspired menu, the brand Goya, I'm sure you're familiar with.
Yes. They
do a lot of bean work, and I think they have one called the bean. I mean, if I lived in New York, I'd know more about this, but I think it's the pink bean is very similar to, like a pinto bean or a kidney bean kind of thing. It's not super It's not super crazy exotic.
Okay. It sounded very exotic.
But those pink beans are elevated, slow simmered pink beans with aromatics.
Let me say,
aromatics is spelled incorrectly. Herbs, tomato depth, and a glossy butter finish.
Tomato depth. All right, aromatics though. I mean, that seems quite vague. As far as what that means, that seems on purpose. Obviously, it's some sort of fragrant.
I think they were trying to trick the average viewer of this menu. When you just say aromatics, they're like, I don't know what that is exactly, but it sounds nice and expensive. It sounds cool.
But then at the bottom of this menu, there's a kicker, and it's just sort of short phrases, like almost poetry, I would say. Crispy skin, mojo depth, bright citrus lift, warm spice undertone. Creamy beans, clean rice, sharp onion pop, fresh reset. Which, look, I'm no expert on AI, but this is maybe one of the most generated sentences. I guess it's. I don't even know if I would call it sentences necessarily. Technically, it probably isn't. But it seems like something they maybe should have left out. Is all I will say.
Yeah, I agree. But this is the kind of thing where the average person is going to look at it and be like, I'm a little out of my depth. I'm gonna trust the process that this is good. So the discerning connoisseur like you and me, we're able to see through this AI slop. But the average barstool enjoyer is gonna look at that and be like, oh damn, this sounds fucking. I might make a res for Valentine's Day for this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I might try to see if this guy's available.
Shorty I got you that tomato depth. Actually, well, speaking of food, I was shout out to our friends over at Flash Food, but they sent over a nice little box full of some winter veg, and I've been cooking so much lately, and Carolyn and I have our faves that we go to and stuff that we make, and a little healthy here, a little bad boy here, whatever. But I'm starting to run out of things to cook, and I was like, I'm gonna make a borscht in the style of Veselka over there in NYC, a nice. Tuck into a nice bowl of borscht during a winter pounding. Sounds good, doesn't it, Chris?
Yeah, there's definitely a fucking...
Warm the cockles?
There's a chick right now with some fucking True Religions on her floor getting that done right now. There's no question that's happening somewhere in the East Village right now. Yeah. 9th and A, watch out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I made the borscht. I cut my finger grating beets. Never grate a whole raw beet. It's tough work. You need a little chainmail glove. But... I made a big old pot of borscht. Obviously, Carolyn doesn't want any of it because she's a normal person. And I'm like talking to the neighbors. I'm like, I made some borscht, getting cold. And they start looking around like, oh yeah. Nobody wants the borscht. It's a hard thing to give away.
So you're saying you can't unload.
And this is A1 Perico Primo borscht, the first borscht I've ever made, and beyond a home run.
So you're saying you're saying the quality of the ingredients is so high that your neighbors maybe weren't aware of that. The quality before they rejected it, you weren't going to make your case and explain to them what you're capable of. Okay. Well, borscht is disgusting, so I'm not surprised that no one wants it. But what do you? So are you gonna put it in the Sub-Zero in the garage? For storage?
Yeah, it's currently frozen.
Okay, so
sitting in some little cups.
Okay, so
I already had 4 bowls of it this week.
So you went Bill Cosby mode and put the pudding in the little cups. Is what you're telling me, and then you froze that?
That's right. Mm-hmm. Okay. You got vanilla, you got chocolate. I got something else a little different. It's magenta, and you're not gonna like it.
I like the mix. I like my shit stirred.
My shit's same color as the Gia, bruh.
Okay, so that is an interesting development. I mean, I find it hard.
It's mildly interesting.
I find it hard to believe that you, as a amateur gourmand, have quote unquote run out of things to cook. That feels a little strong I think that there's probably some cultures and cuisines that you have yet to uncover.
There are.
And I mean, maybe they're not good or interesting, which is totally fair. But
I see what you're saying. I think it's more of like everyone has their faves that they go to and run to. And after so many years, you know, you kind of perfect them, and you wanna try new things. You want to explore. But I like the borscht not so much because of the flavor, but because it just makes, like, certain foods make your body feel good. Like you can have two different sandwiches. You eat one of them, you feel good. You eat one of them, you feel like shit. It's not necessarily because one is a bad boy sandwich and one is a super healthy one. Just like different nutrients and foods and things, like everyone's body responds differently to different things. And a borscht, I feel like I can eat a whole bucket of it and I just feel good.
Well, how come my body responds badly to everything then? This is something, I guess I need to take this up with God.
Well, I mean, the phrase that you use hurled in my general direction could be used here for you. Bitch made is what you are. You have
hurled. It's hurled. It's
yeah,
tossed.
yeah, yeah.
Well, it's funny. It's funny because I sent you guys.
You got a bad constitution, as they say, or no constitution. It's giving. It's giving asuk. It's giving crass flag.
That's why I don't do my 23andMe, because I know it's going to come up 100% bitch. That's gonna be. I don't want to pay $100 for that.
Oh, what tribe is that again?
Exactly.
What area?
I was hoping this would work out in my favor, but it says here I'm 100% bitch. I was gonna, because I sent you guys this menu yesterday. We've been going to. There's a place in Charleston called Baba's, and it's like a.
Chrissy like Baba?
Yeah, it's like an all-day cafe. Coffee, pastries, but they have like a full menu. And I thought I liked Baba. Alex likes. We're gonna go every day that we're here. Is what's gonna happen, but. So
all 12 days you're gonna go.
12 days of Charleston for the stranded,
and it was the 12 days of Baba.
So there's 3 locations. We visited all 3. But just to check it, there's one that's walking distance. 2 are a little more of a drive. One feels a little more collegiate, College of Charleston student vibe, and
the Greek location.
One has a more of a larder essentials market vibe. Where you could get obviously some charcuterie, some obviously natural wines.
You're saying there's a Baba Grab and Go?
There's a Baba, but they're famous for this grilled chocolate chip banana bread with butter, which I haven't had yet, thank God. Damn. But I sent you yesterday. There's a salad there that's sort of simple with pistachios and like Parmesan, and it's really
that's not a salad. That's a cheese plate. But go ahead.
I mean, it's so good, and I can't. I think about it. I'm like, oh, when it creeps towards lunchtime, all I want is this fucking salad. And they also have an avocado toast. They have a turkey sandwich. They have a great grilled cheese that has a little pimento flavor to it.
Yeah, I'm looking at this, the pistachio and Parmesan salad, gem lettuce, lemon vin, toasted pistachio, shaved Parmigiano Reggiano. I feel like this couldn't be a more simple salad, right? I feel like you and Alex could make this at home any day of the week, right?
In theory, that is probably true, but something about it, I think that, so I don't know, it's just really hitting I just think that salads have gotten sometimes overcomplicated.
Talk your shit.
This is a great version of something that's just normal as hell. It's just normal as hell, but it's really good. And I think that they have some other pistachio. I feel like they're pistachio forward, which I don't know if that's a trend or if that's something that I've just missed.
Can we talk about how you pronounce the word pistachio?
Pistachio?
You go for an it's a tomato. Pistachio, darling.
I don't mean to make it gayer than normal, but
you did.
But I like, maybe I'm adding a little sauce on it, no vinaigrette.
Well, I think you should make this at home, or the next time you're coming to LA whenever.
Yeah, maybe I was going to ask if maybe you could batch this for me and sort of meal prep it. So I have 5 days of salad, so I don't have to go out, venture out.
I just love the idea of you like driving home from Easton Gym with one of my little plastic containers in between your legs, driving the little Range around, and you're just shoveling cheese and pistachios into your mouth as your protein packed meal.
I gotta say, well, that's the one issue with it. You cannot add salmon to it. So but I get a bunch of. They have a lot of jammy eggs, so I get those to sort of.
When are we just gonna give up, Chris, and just start having chicken breast?
I mean, I kind of think. I think about no, because I think about it and then I don't, because I'm already such a basic bitch. I don't want to be part of the chicken Caesar wrap dialogue.
No.
Like I feel like that's the end for me.
Well,
that's worse than buying a $10,000 road bike.
But that's just one way to have chicken. You could have spatchcock mojo.
But what's Yeah, I could. But then I'm saying, but then
Sounds like a fucking at the drive-in lyric.
But then it really does. But then I get into like, oh, have you tried the rotisserie chicken at Costco? It's actually bomb. I don't
No,
want to be
Chris,
a part
don't
of that.
do that.
I don't want to be part of that.
That's jester slop. Don't eat that.
There's a New York Times article also talking about how chicken is now the most expensive thing on the menu several places. So it feels like this is
There's a Wall Street Journal story about how that's what's keeping us from buying our first home, right?
No, that's the Meadow Lane chicken salad. That's keeping us from buying our first home. At least me.
For all the people that were hating on that article, hey guys, the price of rotisserie chickens is a scale. You can get the one at Costco that's just made with plastic, or you could get some real big dog shit. You know what I'm saying?
Made with plastic.
And I'm
what does spatchcock mean? Oh, it's actually it's seeped in plastic for a couple hours, and then it's sort of presented that way.
Some burgers are $1, some are $25.
I think, I feel like that scale has always existed. I don't know why. I mean, maybe I guess it's a restaurant trend story more than is actually.
It's one of those things where people, it's like the Kleenex and tissue. Like when you say rotisserie chicken, the mind just subconsciously goes to like whatever, jester slop in a bag, just a hot microplastic bag that costs $3. And you just kind of tear into it, and God knows what they're pumping in those birds.
I want to know if some of these gym guys that are really about their protein, have they installed rotisseries in their homes? Because that is a high-end element of a grand sort of McMansion kitchen that I've seen before. Do you think there's a guy, do you think there's guys living in one-bedroom apartments that sort of, sleep on top of kettlebells that are like, you know what, fuck it. I'm not gonna buy any Magna this month.
Guys that can easily bench 315, no problem.
Yeah,
no, I'm sure that there's going to be some type of like startup thing, like when everyone was buying $200 pizza ovens, a few years ago. There's going to be like a Ninja brand rotisserie where people are going to meal prep out their birds. But the problem is they're going to be really upset when they go and when you buy a seasoned, cooked, hot, and ready to eat rotisserie chicken at Costco for $4.
Their shit don't taste like that.
Well, but then also you go to the store and just buy a raw chicken with no flavor that's going to require hours of work, and that costs whatever, $15.
Oh, I see. It's like a better, It's just
one of those. It doesn't make sense to the average bear.
So you would have to want to cook.
But you can buy in bulk. I like the idea of getting like a little Bluetooth-enabled Wi-Fi rotisserie thing. You dump it in your wet brine for a 24 in the Costco.
I like the idea
in the Home Depot bucket.
I like the idea of one of these guys in head-to-toe bandit running outside, sweating, waiting on his bulk chicken delivery from Cisco to come so he can kind of pack them in.
No. He's watching. He's watching the game, and then he gets a notification on his phone that chicken number 3 on his spit has reached the ideal optimized temperature, internal temp, and now it's time to pull.
Honestly, this is a pretty good idea. I think that
this for dads and grads coming up this summer.
Dad, not dad. Well, because the takeover is sort of when the air fryer. This feels like it could be.
It's very, very air fryer because like you said, the meal prep for the week. I just get 7 chickens, line those pretty ladies up all in a row, and then pull out my brown butter garlic mojo basting brush, and then twerk that thing, good 2 hours low and slow, and then you get the chicken, the fat, the juices are all dripping down. Guess what's in the bottom? A whole bunch of nice Yukon Golds from Weiser. And they're getting crisped up, all that chicken fat in there. Those are protein potatoes. Those are potatoes.
Potatoes. So check out our new release. We got potatoes. after the run, just grab a latte and a potato.
These ain't your grannies.
That's actually
potatoes.
Pretty. I do think that I think that ideating on what is the next air fryer, because the air fryer really took over the culture. The air fryer was an extremely it penetrated all corners of society.
I mean, it's still ravaging America and the world.
But we had one at one point, and Alex would stink up the house with it occasionally, but I, of course, was able to get rid of it.
Soft shell crabs are done, Chris. You ready?
Yeah, we did. I come home. I'm like, why does it smell like a crab boil in here? Because it is, bitch. That's why.
You got all kinds of mojo sauce on the ceiling. She ain't ever going to say how that got there.
Why is there corn on the cob over the floor?
Chris, there was some spray back. I'm very sorry.
You got to be careful with the boils. But That is an interesting. I think that the home spit for under 300.
Yeah,
the Williams Sonoma,
because it was air fryer, and then it moved to the Ninja at home ice cream maker.
Oh yes,
and then also the Ninja vertical waffle iron, which my mom and Carolyn's mom, both wanted and received for Christmas.
That sounds. I have to say that sounds kind of fly. I'm not super familiar with it, but what is the twist on it? You just obviously a waffle fryer, a waffle
iron maker.
A waffle iron is pretty obvious. You pour the batter in, you slam that shit shut, and you come back when it's ready.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the stand-up version? What is the Tony Hawk Vert edition?
Instead of it being a flat waffle iron where you pour the batter in, you close the lid, it sizzles and steams, it spits out some shit on the sides, it gets burned, whatever. This one, it's vertical, it's docked, like a spaceship or whatever, and it's got a hole. I've never done it before. I'm assuming.
Sure, but you've purchased two.
I've purchased. I think I know what I'm talking about. And then you take all the guesswork out of it. You basically just pour in the waffle batter into the hole. Like the blowhole of if you're trying to kill a dolphin and fill his hole with cement. Same kind of vibe. You just fill it up to the line, close the hole, and then she'll cook.
Huh.
Next thing you know, I learned about it from a friend of the show, Al Wilmot, his new restaurant, Bar di Bello, opening soon in Silver Lake. But he said this waffle iron
looks so nice.
It's one of those things like, I got it for my kid. My kid loves waffles, but
let me ask you a question.
I'd be lying if I didn't have one myself.
I actually love Elsa. I think those movies are really good.
It sucks having kids. I got to eat all this junk food now. I'm getting fat again.
Okay, I understand this difference. I don't understand why it would be better.
I have no clue why.
You know what I mean? Okay, it's just basically we change something and people are dumb enough to buy it, even though they probably have something that does the same exact job in their kitchen already.
Yeah, and I guess until Max and Helen's and Waffle House start using this technology, I'll believe it when I see it. It's like when hotels start using Dyson vacuums, then we'll talk about it. But they ain't doing it, so trust the industry standard is a good way to be.
Yeah, that's actually quite true. I was thinking recently about. I think when I go back to, because I'm going to Atlanta for a little bit, and I think I might need to hit the Awful Waffle. I haven't been in so long.
I've never heard it called the Awful Waffle.
I don't think that's a Chris original. I think that probably seeped in somewhere in my,
Oh, I didn't think you invented it. I'm delighted by this established colloquialism.
It's a nice turn of phrase, yeah. But I haven't been in so long. I feel like it would be a nice treat, because you could just get 8 eggs scrambled, some hash browns, not smothered and covered, and maybe a little waffle on the side.
Let me get an 8 and 8 protein style.
Yeah, I wonder if I'm sure they've added some protein style elements to their menu, which probably has. I would say that menu doesn't go.
No, they're leaning into the fiber maxing. They said we've been here the whole time, guys.
We've been here.
What's in waffles, bitch?
Well, we've been here,
plenty of fiber.
We've been here the whole goddamn time.
You should. I would love to go to Waffle House with you.
It's pretty good. It's what's cool about it is that it is certain locations, not all of them, obviously. It's kind of busy all the time.
Yeah.
Like for a 24-hour restaurant, it's interesting that it doesn't feel super like it's. Obviously, I'm sure there's ebbs and flows, but overall, It seems to have a baseline busyness that you would expect it to peak at like 3 a.m. or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We got the 4 a.m. rush.
But they're saying that your precious In-N-Out is coming to New York. I'm sure you saw that rumor.
Yeah, but that rumor has existed every year on the year. For 20 years, I guess. I don't know. I think even David Cho did some merry prankster kind of Banksy work where he would put up
that Adbusters motherfucker.
He would put up his little In-N-Out coming soon wheat paste posters. Getting curbed NY. This message board going nuttier than squirrel shit.
Oh god, dude. I love that. I love Cho out there getting the fucking nasty little glue all over his his Nikes.
Worth
That's
it.
bad.
Worth it.
Imagine getting fucking glue on your Jordans. That'll ruin your day.
No, he was able. The resale value on the SBs goes up with a little fucking street art.
A little street art on it.
Well, I got a little street art on it.
Street on this. How much more can I get for it? Oh, how much more?
On the micro dunks.
Okay. So there was news this morning that Donald J. Trump, 45 and 47,
respectfully,
because of this, constant and ever evolving government shutdown, TSA They pulled the plug on TSA and global entry. They said no more pre-check, no more global entry. And then friend of the show, Spencer Vorman, was reporting live from LAX, and he said that it's fine. And the guy told him, the guy that worked at TSA was like, yeah, that shit lasted like 3 hours, bro. We're good.
Hell yeah.
So I wonder what is. I obviously wish I was finding out today, but I won't be finding out until Wednesday morning at 4:30. So I can't give an on the ground report. But I feel like that combined with this blizzard in New York,
nor'easter,
could be the most diabolical airport combination ever invented, and it's something I have to go through as a frequent flight. Like it's my job to go through that. It's like basic training.
It's your duty.
Yeah,
you're on the front lines of okay. Well, I mean, some people are like, you know what? Middle of February, dead center of winter. Let's go in an airplane. Everything should be fine. You know, it feels like a little user error. That's all, Chris.
It is user error, but I think this time of year, this is the worst winter in New York that I can remember. Like snow wise, I really. So I think that people are
snow wise.
I think people are confused by it. But I look, if I went to JFK with a canceled flight, 18 inches of snow and no TSA, that is like, in my mind, I'm wearing full fatigues, crawling on my arms underneath barbed wire in mud with an AK on my back. That's how so just let me have this.
A grenade lands in front of your face. You pick it up, you throw it.
Yeah, I throw it back. I'm throwing.
Okay,
that
this
right
reminds
back.
me of the first TSA government shutdown a few months ago.
Yeah,
when my dear sweet wife, she went through Delta One, and they said, "Oh no, we're gonna have to take you upstairs through Gen Pop, and we're gonna give you a, you know."
Well, the whole point of Delta One is the honestly, the reason to pay that much money for that ticket is to not go through the fake security. That's the whole point.
But the last couple of times I've done it, it seems like it's been slower than when I'm going up in Gen Pop.
Well, it's definitely slower because that's the laziest people they can find. That's
I know. Just the sweet irony of like, oh, it's slower, a slower check-in process for the ticket that cost me $9,000.
What if they're doing it on purpose to keep you out of the lounge because you're going to eat them out of house and home?
Every minute you're stalled waiting is another fucking lemon cheesecake square that you're not sucking down.
All right, we got a big fellow line. Let's hold this up. Let's search every.
He said he kept talking about getting 2 servings of the risotto. Let's do a bag check.
He said the word lasagna more than twice. We got to get this guy out of here. Yeah, I think that there's something to be said that feels purposeful in some way, but I hope it's not. I would hate for our Delta family to be treating us like that.
Yeah, but this is what we have to do during times of war, Chris. We got to buckle down, buy bonds, and fly. I guess fly private.
Did you see? Yeah, I'm buying gold and flying private. Did you see where they asked DT what his favorite Bible verse was?
And he said, "Oh, gotta go."
He was literally like, "Well, that's very private. I could never pick." And then they were like, "All right, what's your favorite, New Testament or Old Testament?" And he was like, "Oh, it's a tie."
Damn.
Which I was
a
like,
master jujitsu wiggler out of that one.
I was like, that is a really cool answer.
You're asking me to pick my favorite kid. I can't do that on camera, guys.
There's literally no wrong answer to. Do you like the New Testament or Old Testament better? Like I don't think there's there's preferences, of course, but I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. So to not be able to give one is really funny.
I think at this point, a president might have a better shot at getting a higher approval rating if you came out and said, I've never read the Bible. I'm here to fix our country. I don't care about that shit. You know?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if you followed up, I don't read the Bible, I don't care about that, with a focus.
Yeah, and then you get voted in, and they're like, yeah, I don't read the Bible, I read the Quran. Got you, bitch. And then,
got him.
Mm-hmm. And then next
everything
thing you
changes.
know,
Then we're never having security again. This is beautiful.
Next thing you know, Mojo Chicken on every corner.
Swear to God, if I see one more Mojo Chicken cart, I'm gonna flip the fuck out.
Speaking of carts, in New York, over there in Chinatown, my sexual abuser and his mom bought a big cement building over there. Alex Wang, right?
Yeah, I walk by it every day. The Wang Contemporary, which is too. I mean, that's just too good.
That's like saying I like young dick. Yeah, contemporary Wang.
I mean, people are.
Is it really called Wang Contemporary?
Yeah, it's called the Wang Contemporary. Yeah, I have a
Sweet
picture of
Christ
this. I
almighty.
have a picture of the sign on my phone because because it sort of happened. Oh, I really do.
We got Asian supremacy and Wang Contemporary.
I literally walk by it every day, multiple times a day. So I noticed when they changed the sign.
Are you when you walk around it picketing it because it's a sexual abuser?
Oh yeah, I was throwing tomatoes at it from the city bike. But I guess I wasn't super clear on how long his money was, and it is
Right.
It's longer than the Lunar New Year parade.
Do you longer than a dragon's tail? Do you think he got some outside funding?
I think the family has bread. I mean, it's a beautiful building that's been there forever. That's sort of like, I think it was relatively also affordable considering what it is and where it is.
Yeah. It was like $9 million or something for a giant.
It's a beautiful
building.
like marble building, like on Bowery. So
On
it's
the
like
bridge.
Yeah, it's like right next to the bridge. But I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna house in there. But it seems like, I mean, look, he's got Northwest
boys
wearing his clothes. So I think that your allegations are meaningless at this point. I think he's sort of much like other men in his position of power. He's beat the charges.
Wang, come on the pod. Let's do a nice confrontation.
Isn't it amazing? Wang Kevin Spacey's having a tap dance for fucking billionaires with blood on their hands in Uzbekistan.
Yeah, I wonder how Wang got an extra 10 milli just to buy an old cement building by the bridge. He's getting his little Saudi on.
I think
who else buys Alexander Wang but Northwest and fucking oligarchs and warlords?
I would like to see
the daughters of them.
I would like to see a breakdown. I don't think he's had like a hit in a while. But I don't know if I don't know what the building is going to house. Obviously, contemporary art is the goal and the selling point, but I will. Don't worry for our listeners and for you, Jason. I'll be on the ground. I'll take a look.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay maybe it's free. I doubt it is, but I'll happily pay up to $30 to tour the facilities.
I'll be out there. I'm going to do a PETA style throwing of the duck sauce on his fur coat as he walks in.
I think
splashed with hoisin.
Oh, don't make
your sins.
Don't take it there. Don't take it there.
Hold me back, twin. Hold me back.
Not in Chinatown. You'll get in trouble. They'll beat your ass, bro. Those motherfuckers won't play with you if you
beat my ass at ping pong. That's about it. You heard? Okay. Speaking of fitness, RFK Jr. He is being accused of being a never-nude.
Let me say something right now before we get into this.
He a never-nude.
RFK Jr. looks great.
He does look great.
He looks great for his age. He's in amazing shape for his age. I don't think he's a never-nude. I think that he thinks that wearing jeans in all situations, especially ones that are athletic focused, makes him more masculine, which is dumb as hell. But I do think he takes his jeans off when Carol says, "Let me see what that thing do."
Okay. Got it. So that does make sense, and I think that there are people who have the Joe Rogan mentality who are like, you always have to be on and alert for danger. There could always be an intruder or somebody coming in, so I can never be caught without my pants on, literally or figuratively. But I think that line drawn in bodies of water. Because he's going in the cold plunge with jeans on.
I mean, look, I think it is very weird.
Look, a guy with no shirt on, wearing hiking boots and 501s, putting up 315 on the Rogue rack. Let him cook. Do your thing. I ain't gonna hold you. As soon as you go in a pool, a hot tub, a cold tub with jeans on.
Yeah, that's worse than Justin Bieber wearing fucking, ankle-length basketball shorts and Calvin Klein boxers in the hot tub.
It's like there's a famous Lil Wayne photo where he's wearing
of course,
socks in the jacuzzi.
Isn't there a Meek Mill photo like that too? I think there's several.
Yes.
I think that RFK thinks
it raises questions.
I think it's just a masculinity thing. I think he thinks this is like the most masculine thing you can do. And I don't think he's even considering how stupid he looks.
I think he is considering it. I think he's constantly thinking about it. And I think I talked about this earlier when maybe like a year or so ago. I think he's hiding something under his jeans.
You think he's got academics legs, or you think he's got a third leg?
I think there is some sort of deformity that is so upsetting that it is better to just leave them on. But then the question that I'm also wrangling with is like, if that is the case, whatever it is, let's say you've got heroin track marks, you got an insane Nazi tattoo, you were in a fire and the skin is deformed, and whatever it could be, crazy vein blood disease or something where it just looks so crazy, it's better to truly leave the jeans on even in the pool. Then my question is, that sort of debunks that. Why are you filming yourself doing this? You can just do all the stuff, but you don't have to film yourself swimming with jeans on.
Because he wants to be. I think he knows it gets people talking, which there's also no real downside for him. You know what I mean? There's no like him.
I learned that from DJ Vlad.
Him and Kid Rock going, toe to toe in the sauna and the cold plunge.
I mean, yeah, assault bike in the sauna with jeans on. That has to be beyond annoying. That must feel so uncomfortable.
I'm willing to try that, actually. If we could set that up somewhere, I'm willing to get.
I mean, a pair of your salvage Japaneses just soaked to the. I mean, they're going to be like 35 pounds of Japanese denim, crinkling and crunching.
We're introducing a new Hanover jean fit, so I think maybe the promo could be this. I try them out in certain situations, but maybe this is the final boss of those situations.
Finally, a denim for our cold plungers out there.
Well, the real question is, what do we think he's wearing underneath? Because
he got American flag Ethicas,
Saks, SAXX. Is he wearing? But could he be going free?
I think he does not wear underwear.
I think he's not wearing underwear, which in that case, because if he's
100% not wearing underwear.
If he's wearing his District Vision bike shorts, or half tights underneath there, he's fine. That's protecting your thighs from any chafing.
He is not.
Okay.
I think he believes a true American has to go ball on Levi.
Are the jeans officially, are they American made? Are they Levi's? Have we figured out what brand they are actually?
No,
because I think that I would be.
I mean, that's throwing fits.
I would be certain. I would be shocked if there wasn't a little stretch in those things, based on his age.
As he's gotten older, sure.
Those are Page Premium. Those are not 501s. Those are not or slow. Those are not. Those are not 316 Japanese stand up in the corner alone.
Okay, the Atlantic has reports suggesting he is wearing Origin Delta Flex denim jeans for mobility. He's been noted for wearing tight-fitting jeans during workouts, leading to speculation about his athletic-style denim. He has not confirmed this brand, but he has been associated with the trend of performance-enhancing denim.
So he found racist jeans and wears those to work out in, which is unbelievable that even exists.
2 days ago, there was a story in the Atlantic called "Let's Talk About RFK Jr.'s Workout Pants."
I mean, look, you know how I feel about
good artwork, actually.
Anybody working out in pants, I think it's kind of psycho. If you're really sweating, like wearing your jeggings or Lululemons doesn't really make sense to me. But I think that if he's wearing stretch denim that is specifically engineered for working out, then I think we should buy a pair and put me through my paces, because I think there's only one way to find that. You can't, I don't know if I could walk one day in his Hokas, but I would try.
There's a video where he says RFK Jr. reveals why he wears jeans during workouts. Oh, he said it's because he goes hiking in the morning and then he goes straight to the gym, and it's just become a habit.
Okay.
So, as if it's normal that we all go hiking in tight jeans as well.
No one hikes in jeans either. But
that's the thing. Like, his brain believes that is a good alibi, excuse, or reason.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess from a logistical standpoint for him, it does make sense. I remember clearly one time, I think you were with me, Jason. We went on a hike with an unnamed friend. This is years ago, and he showed up in some Japanese denim and some Birkenstocks, and we were sort of like, bro, it's not that kind of thing. Like, this is like kind of hard. Like you got to wear like real shoes, and like, we're
not doing the res.
I'm not saying shorts necessarily, but at least a sweatpant that allows for some mobility. You know what I mean? And I think that RFK holding on to that for convenience sake feels like a he's making.
Did our
a choice.
little runner boy had no problem with that hike though? I remember.
No, he did not. He did not.
Kind of hike mogged us in.
He hike mogged us.
Birkenstocks.
He shit on us, honestly. So maybe we're wrong.
I went hiking yesterday. What a beautiful day! I could see the ocean.
I haven't been on.
It was
I haven't
amazing.
been on a hike in so long. I used to go solo sometimes. And honestly, the problem is when you're traveling and you go on a hike in LA, the shoes are so dusty. You don't want to put them back. You don't want to put them back in the suitcase.
No, that's a real thing. But a person like you can get a little one-hit pair.
No, I would. I
Throw
mean,
'em in the dumpster on the way out.
honestly, I used to keep a pair of Nordas in the back of the BMW for that purpose. It was great to have those there.
I remember
It made a
that.
lot of sense. It made a lot of sense to keep a pair.
Do you want to talk about Polymarket and Substack partnership?
Nope. No. I mean, I don't know what of all the things that people say and do on Substack. It's funny that this is the thing that is sort of feels like it's breaking the camel's back a little bit.
I agree. It doesn't. But also, I mean, if Substack is like, we have, the liberal kind of artistic left side of things, but we don't have the right. This is a good way to, like, if you're an average Polymarket crypto Republican Cybertruck bro, you have no use for Substack. You don't know what Substack is.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's plenty of more right-leaning authors on Substack. Like, I don't think it's, and they've captured, I mean, they got in trouble for capturing a little too much of that market if you want to get into the weeds. But yeah, I don't understand. I mean, obviously it must be a monetary thing, but I don't really understand the point. Like, I just don't understand not knowing that this will enrage your base, like, before you do it. And that's what I'm confused. That's what confuses me, because I understand that from a numbers standpoint, this might work or make sense. But when you know that people are going to be pissed off, I don't know why. It can't be worth it in the long run. But maybe it is. I mean, they have more data than we do.
I mean, I'm sure that Polymarket gave them a lot of money to do this, maybe to legitimize them. And I don't know exactly what the integration or partnership entails. I don't know if anyone does yet, but at the very least, being able to embed. I mean, I could see it being useful and beneficial. Being, if somebody is writing about a subject that we don't, people are debating and wondering, you can embed, just like a MySpace link or whatever, the MySpace music player into the story, and you can get a live, up to date, ranking on the likelihood of whatever it is you're talking about happening, and it could be something important to the world, like when are we going to bomb Iran, and not like how many seconds is the U.S. hockey team gonna go into overtime with, or what color shoelaces F1 driver is gonna wear or something.
It doesn't seem. It also just doesn't seem necessary. Like, I'm like, I don't know if this is what anybody wants. Like, even if you love both of those things and you use them, I doubt you've ever thought about integrating them.
Well, I think there's a big world of that type of person using, I guess like sports betting people, where they're writing, a lot of paywalled information.
Oh, because they're okay. So you're subscribing.
So that could be a market they're trying to, because they'll do like private lists, like email lists of like, give me $100 a month and I'll give you all my real picks.
I'll give you my picks.
So that could be a huge market and a great, easy way to paywall without having to announce it publicly and getting a backlash, just sort of giving them the tools and waiting for them to figure out that they can do this and make it easy, like Tumblr was never like, we could post porn here, guys. Yeah. And, people just sort of did it on their own, and it became like a cool way to look at some titties and dicks.
I just can't imagine the employee morale is super high after this announcement. That's all. It just doesn't feel like a thing that needed to happen.
Right.
Right. It just doesn't. If you're, I'm not privy to the financials, but it seems like your business is doing pretty well. You've become the sort of Kleenex of newsletters. Like, you're the dominating by far. Like, no one can touch you. I just don't really understand the need to do something like this. It just has stink all over it. It just seems unnecessary.
It wouldn't be the first time that a cool platform was destroyed by year-over-year shareholder growth.
No, of course. No, that's what this country is built on. Mm-hmm. It seemed like a surprising choice.
I agree. But if you made a bunch of money and you work at Substack, Congratulations. Gwen Stefani has an anti-abortion app. What do you think happens on this app?
I didn't know that's what it was. I thought it was just like I just thought it was like a general like I'm bad now app, as far as her beliefs
I'm
go.
bad now.
People are really upset about the Stefani shift.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. I didn't realize I guess I didn't fully realize like what she represented to people, because I never thought of her that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never thought of her as some like counterculture. I always thought of her as like a hot pop star that was like pretty cool. I never thought of her representing.
Yeah, I guess her feminist punk origins, when she first started, endeared her to a large group of people, and she was
but she's not like Kathleen Hanna or something. I understand that, but I think now people are sort of acting like she was this. I'm like, I don't think Gwen Stefani ever said anything about anything either way.
I think people just get upset about the hypocrisy, like a lot of people had to reckon with Morrissey Gate once he became somebody,
Yeah.
It's giving nationalista a little bit too much, or it happens all the time when these people who are lifelong punks, or at least that's what you led us to believe, switch their style up. I think flip-flop. Nobody likes to see it.
Part of me with her though feels like it's more we chose, like I don't think she ever led us there. We led ourselves there and chose to believe it, and she didn't say anything either way.
Yeah, you can take the girl out of Orange County.
Yeah, but it's just like, I mean, once she married Blake Shelton, you knew it was all downhill. That's a going from Rossdale to Shelton, one of the ultimate fumbles.
Seriously, I mean, it's enough to say like, hey, you know what, guys? I know we're in the middle of a national tour, and I'm gonna headline at the Sphere and blah 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 blah. But I really want to focus on an app that helps people not have abortions.
I would hate to be, what's the bass player's name? Tony.
Oh, Tony.
I'd hate to be Tony right now. Oof, I hate to be Tony right now. He's like, bitch, we were about to do the Sphere. Can you please go back to Montana and shut the fuck up for a little while?
And Tony can talk to her like that because he hit first.
He hit
Ray
first.
J of No Doubt.
So, dude, imagine him being like, I hit first? No, that's...
Because you already know Tony, he's a quiet guy. But you know his pimp hand is strong because he was tapping it at some point.
He tapped first. He hit first. I bet that band...
He said, quiet, woman.
That band wouldn't exist without Tony. That's what people don't realize. They think it's all Gwen. It's not. It's Tony. I think, isn't it all original? Is it still all original members, or maybe they replaced a drummer?
Once they got big, I think on like the second album, they quietly sunsetted their like 3 black horn section kind of.
Oh, they had like a Mighty Mighty Boss Sons ska style.
Yeah. They had like a small horn section, and they were also like very like jumping around and like kind of MC like like the guy on the Boss Sons, just getting the party started ska style.
Of course, you got to get the. What's gonna happen if you don't get the party started?
Yeah, I saw a great ska bumper sticker. Keep honking. I'm listening to ska, and you're in the band now.
That's actually really good. Very specific.
Ska music does sound like a bunch of honking, I will say.
God, I need to maybe I'll listen to some ska. I think we're gonna try to go to the beach later, so maybe I'll put some ska on when I'm heading over the bridge, get in the zone.
You're gonna unplug the Marshall Bluetooth speaker from the hotel. It's been charging the whole time, babe. Don't worry.
Did you know? By the way, I found out recently. Did you know that Orange makes one of those?
No, I did not know that.
It's much cooler. There's the Orange amp.
How could it not be?
Orange makes one. It's a very. I mean, it looks obviously the same. It looks like a small, cabinet.
You already know Queens of the Stone Age got the influencer seating package. Okay, do you want to talk about the Olympic figure skater who's capturing the hearts of the world? People are talking about the Asian supremacy, how Cali Asians are taking over.
Who are your as someone who is well versed in Asian culture? What do you agree with the list? I've seen a list going around.
Oh, there's like a Wasian ranking.
Yeah, there's a Wasian ranking, and there's some unexpected names. I will say, like people I had never really considered to be part of the community.
I don't know if I could find the Wasian ranking list.
Well, I mean, this is on Twitter, obviously.
I know. I'm looking on Twitter, but there's a lot of Asian stuff on Twitter.
Okay, I know this. I know this figure skater has like tooth jewels and like fun hair. Mm-hmm. But her vibe is like, I just like to skate. Like she's not super serious about it, so people like it because she's so good.
She's like I think people like her because she's bringing the left and the right together. She has like piercings and dyed hair, and she's skating to Pink Panthers. But also, when she wins for her country, she drapes the flag, the stars and bars over her shoulders. She puts her heart hand over her heart for the national anthem.
Oh,
so
okay.
So everyone's
a little
like,
bit of
this
both.
is how it's done, y'all.
I didn't know she skated to Pink Pantheress.
Oh, yeah. And she's also kind of like bae with it.
Yeah.
And people are comparing her to, some members of Thiz Nation.
No, people seem to like her. I haven't watched any of her. I've seen the guy who's wearing like Balmain skinnies.
He can do a backflip.
Figure skating is really, really
He's straight.
really, really impressive, but I cannot bear to watch it. Like I couldn't care less. But
What about when you were smoking weed? Like if you're a little high and you're watching, and you just see somebody just totally nail their routine.
I think Winter Olympics is one of the things that we pretend to like the most, because I would say it's the thing where 50% of the sports being played are things that people don't know about and have never done themselves and have no understanding. Like I made the joke about curling is so crazy, but it's also like even some of this cross country skiing, all this shit. It's obviously it's incredible athletic pursuits, and figure skating is probably one of the most, maybe the most watched.
Yeah,
I would say.
I think
Winter Olympic sport. And it's very impressive, but the Winter Olympics, I couldn't care less. Especially there's a new season of Love is Blind, and they're all from Ohio. Are you crazy?
Yeah, I remember you guys talking about that with Kazi D.
How could you possibly split your time? How could you possibly go dual screen experience when you have something to concentrate on like that?
We were talking about micro dramas earlier, and I was thinking that obviously you and I have no desire or interest to have micro dramas in our life. But I was thinking we should have some micro docs,
like a 90-second doc.
Yeah, I was watching like a little video. I don't remember what it was the Journal or New York Times or Financial Times or whatever. But it was the author, or no, I think it was a New Yorker maybe. The author was basically like doing a little trailer for their written article, and it was the first time I was actually like compelled and interested to actually read and learn more.
That is smart.
A lot of people, listen to podcasts or just consume media in general with the sole goal and interest in gaining information and whatever, info maxing their existence. The entertainment part is sort of neither here nor there. So I think it's just like info bombing in these little 90-second short doses is going to be, I feel like it could be an interesting thing, because
I
love learning, but I don't want it to be more than a minute and a half.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's it. You're pushing me to the edge.
I simply can't be ours.
I'm about to break. That is smart, actually, especially to get people to read. I mean, I think that the first step was you can listen to this article, but that still takes 30 minutes, which is probably too much for people.
But just cutting things in a way, just that are like tried and true ways of presenting things that work for documentaries. So like, I always believe a good documentary, it doesn't matter what the subject is about.
That's real. I completely agree with you. That's why I know so much about sports. I'll watch 30 for 30 by any.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I've got my guys. Yeah, and we were talking also about the Vanity Fair article, and people were, upset about the misunderstanding of late night talk shows versus just people doing a podcast. I saw a tweet, this guy, somebody named Tim Spears, saying, it seems like a misunderstanding of late night talk shows. They're not basically saying like all these people, the chicken shops and the therapuses of the world, they're not making topical jokes for a dedicated daily audience. They're making evergreen content, attempting to infiltrate the algorithm. I feel like that was the best sort of definition of the difference between the two.
I think evergreen.
Maybe not evergreen.
Evergreen is quite generous, depending. But I see the point. I see what he's saying.
They're trying to capture, a clippable moment about their life or existence or a story that can infiltrate the algorithm, and they're not really saying any topical, dedicated things to an audience that tunes in.
No, why would I want that when I could hear Jake Shane ask Kai Gerber or Haley Bieber what fast food she likes? That's all I'm good, bro.
Oh my God, I knew you were gonna ask me this.
Yeah, no problem. Haley Bieber loves fast food sometimes. I was so shocked with her answer. Check it out.
No, but like the way I knew you were gonna ask me this. Yeah, right later on today, Chris Jeans and I gonna go hit the Laker game at the Crypto Arena. Little Sunday Celtics Lakers show.
I know you're going to be tossing back some $28 beers. No question there, fellas. Am I right?
Yeah, the MX is going to get hit hard. It's going to hit heavy by 805 tall boys for 28 a pop. And also, my brother said I was thinking we should hit the Barry McGee show beforehand, which already means I'll get a nice base going.
This is the most Chris Jeans day I've ever heard in my life. I mean, I didn't know where's the Barry McGee show. I saw one in Tokyo actually. I stumbled on one. No joke.
Probably somewhere downtown because it's freeze week. Shout out to my freezers. Big freeze in the building.
Big freeze in the building. Yeah, we'll see you at the Edition on Thursday if Delta allows.
Yeah, and I guess we'll post the link to get on the RSVP list, which I don't think will guarantee admission. You want to make sure you come early, come hot, and obviously it goes without saying no straight guys are allowed.
Yeah, just us. All right. Well, thank you to the Nickel and the Pinch, my favorite hotels in Charleston, putting me up in a literal pinch.
That's nice.
Well, the room. This is honestly crazy. It has a washer and dryer in it. And it's really a luxury that I didn't realize how bad I wanted.
Because you don't even have one at your house.
No. Well, it's in the building.
Building. And also shout out to all of our homosexual listeners that responded to me posting the Tom of Finland party flyer saying, "Fuck it, okay, fine, you can say it."
I heard a little more of "you've finally gone too far." Is what I heard.
There's a little bit of that. They can't keep getting away with this, et cetera, et cetera. But I wanted to thank all of you for letting me say you guys are fags.
It's huge for you. All right. Thank you for listening. HowLongGone.com is the website. We're back next week with more podcasts, and we'll talk to you then.
Later.
He's my white feather hawk-tailed deer hunter. Likes to keep me cool in the hot breeze summer. Likes to push me on a green John Deere mower. I know you wish you had a man like him, it's such a bummer. When I met him, like an arrow, like a bird.